Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your December 20th to the 31st, 2023 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, and it gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm. So thank you so very much for doing so. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Okay, we have the Five of Pentacles reversed. That's beautiful. Angels and spirit guides. We have the Chariot. That's us coming through. We're represented by the Chariot in the major arcana. We're represented by the Cups in the minor arcana. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Seven of Wands. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. And we have Justice reversed. Interesting. So we have Cancer energy coming through, not Capricorn, Cancer energy coming through, and we do have Libra energy coming through as well. But with it being negative, being reversed, we can be having a bit of a negative time with the Libra energy, or we can be seeing things as not being as just or as fair or moving forward in a balanced way. So just knowing that during this time, we can feel things being a bit out of balance. We can feel things being a bit overwhelming. We are releasing a poverty mentality, a feeling of being out in the cold, a feeling of, I just can't get ahead. This is going to be a time where we're taking the reins, we're looking at what we want, and we're saying, yeah, I can do this. Like there's a confidence to us during this time here, Cancer, that needs to be celebrated. It's like, yes, I'm stepping into my own. With the Five of Cups, it's change your mind, change your life, change what you're focusing on, change what you're looking at, because it's just a sense here of we have three main things to be upset about, and we can be really upset about this. And we're going to be looking at this hurt, this pain, this disappointment, this chaos. And Spirit is saying, look behind you. Look behind you because there's healing, beautiful love. Look behind you because there's this beautiful, powerful connection to move you forward. And with the Seven of Wands, there is a sense of celebration. Well, I don't know why that came through. The Seven of Wands is fighting, right? The Seven of Wands is the sense of I have to fight, I have to defend, but I do see the sense of celebration around you where it's kind of like, I know what I'm standing for. I know what I want. I know what's important to me. I know what's powerful for me. And I'm going to move forward in that energy beautifully, personally, honestly. And I'm going to open up this door. With the Eight of Pentacles, this might not be the most productive time we ever have. So do be mindful about that here. There is a sense of kind of liking to take it quieter, slowing things down. And if we can't kind of have this time be really slow for us, like take the time off or whatever, there is this need of just slowing it down when it comes to work. You have to show up, you have to do your job, absolutely, but be kinder to yourself because there's just going to be the sense of it can all be really overwhelming. So just be aware of that. Like we can be taking on too much. We can be wanting to do too much. This might be a time where we don't feel like everything is aligning the way that we had wanted it to. We might not feel that it's as just, as fair, as balanced as we would want it. And we're also coming to the conclusion that sometimes life isn't fair. Sometimes things don't work out the way that we had envisioned them. And that can be a bitter pill to swallow for some of us. For some of us, it's like, okay, I see it. Like I get it. But no, it's always a bitter pill when we first start to realize it. It's like, oh, it's not going to turn out like the fairy tales. And it's like the Disney fairy tales, right? Where everybody gets to be happy and prosperous every moment of all the time. So just be aware of that during this time. Okay, so the repeat of the number 5 is also saying that this is a freedom time. This is a time to say, how am I opening up the door? How am I moving forward to where I want to be? How am I embracing my independence as that, pertains to me and my story? So let's see what Spirit has to say. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a snowman emoji in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced in a video that will go up on the 1st of January. I've said this so often, but I don't know why I forget it. On the 1st of January, do not be scammed by anybody contacting you in the comment box pretending to be me. It will not be me. So keep your eyes open for that video. And if you're interested in purchasing a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website listed in the description box below, daneharttarot.com. So let's see what the cards have to say. We have Imagine. Our imagination, Cancer, is just going to be strong. It's going to be a powerful part of us during this time. And it's going to be something where it's like, how we can think it first and then it starts to come into effect. Well, this is going to be a time where it's almost like we're reading a story or we're watching a movie, but it's within our own mind. We start off with the imagining, and then we start to open up the door. This would be an excellent time if you can do a screen challenge for yourself where we put down our phones and we just embrace creativity, creation, thought, insight. That can be really, 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 really beneficial. So just be aware of this during this time. Our chakra energy, angels, and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. We have two. We have the inner child and we have the I am presence. These are two of my favorite chakra energies. So we have the heart chakra and we have the crown chakra. The heart chakra is saying, listen, connect with love to your inner child, because there's a part of us within life that can feel disjointed from our inner child, from what we love, from what we want, from how we're stepping forward. So connecting with that loving energy is going to be so important. And I always recommend the meditation of closing your eyes, taking a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you, and visualize yourself holding your arms open as you are now, and the child that you once were running into those arms and telling that child, I love you, I'm here for you, I will always be here for you, I will always love you, you are safe. Because that can do a lot. That can bring us forward in ways that we didn't know we needed to be brought forward, connect us in love and compassion. With the crown chakra, the I am presence. I am what? I am successful. I am powerful. I am, I am loved. I am creative. I am happy. Or the I am presence is I am always struggling. I am always behind. I am a disappointment, a disgrace. I am a failure. Which one rings true? And I know the other ones, people say, Dean, why even say that? Because if it rings true for us, sometimes we need to hear it. We need to hear, and it's like, oh yeah, but I kind of believe that, right? But if we don't hear it and we say, and then if we say I am anything negative, and we can be like, no, I don't believe that. I'm totally cool. Like I'm totally great within myself. But hearing the negative things, it's like, oh yeah, I think that sometimes. Like I am stupid. That is something that can be a personal battle, right? Especially if you had challenges in your past. Here, the crowning ourselves with love and acceptance for who we are, that's a long road. And it can take a lifetime to truly step into the power of our being and our grace. Understanding that and connecting with that is intense. And connecting with the inner child. I am that child that I once was. And I love me. And I'm moving forward with me. And I am greatness. Our not subconscious, our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. We have the star card reverse. So this is, imagination is very strong within us. This is illusion and delusion. So just be mindful about that with imagination. But we can also be having a really hard time with an air sign energy, not an air sign energy, with an Aquarius energy, who is an air sign energy as well. So there could be a negative Aquarius in our lives. There can be somebody who's very delusional that we're dealing with. And it's like, okay, your reality and my reality do not equate at all. So just be aware of that. We can also have a tendency to have a bit of a overactive imagination during this time. So just being aware of that and being like, okay, I can ground and stabilize myself is a good idea. And then with the three of swords, this is heartbreak and pain and disappointment. This is thinking, I'm always going to be this pain. I'm always going to be this hurt. I'm always going to be this chaos type of thing. So acknowledging that and saying, you know what, I'm not. That pain doesn't get to define me. That heartbreak, that disappointment, that loss doesn't get to be, my every thought, or at least, one of three thoughts that I have like all the time. So just be aware of this during this time. So I do know in the last video that was done for December was from the 1st to the 15th. And here, for my own sanity, because this month has been busier than I expected, we are going from the 20th to the 31st. So I'm going to give you the astrology for the from to bridge that gap for the 5 days. On the 16th of December, the sun in Sagittarius is squared Neptune in Pisces. This makes focus harder, and so we can be impacted by that. But imagination is also super intense, and we're leaning towards the imaginative, opening up the mind energy. So here, we need to not be drained by the power of our imagination, and we need to slow things down and focus. On the 18th of December, Mercury is in Capricorn, trine Jupiter in Taurus. This is big ideas. Big ideas are coming forward. We're looking at the bright side of things, and we're taking a different approach. We're like, yeah, I can do that, and I don't mind changing up the way that I usually do things. Now, on the 20th of December, the moon in Aries is squared Mercury in Capricorn, and it can be difficult for us to focus, all right? And we need to give our mind a break. During this time, we're not really going to want to give our mind a break. We're looking at a poverty mentality that we've held onto way past its expiration date, and we've defined ourselves in a sense of lack. During this time, from the 20th of December to the 31st of December, there is this real sense of I am going to work as hard and as diligently and as powerfully as possible to obtain riches, to obtain prosperity. Now, with the Eight of Pentacles reversed, this can be difficult. We can have a hard time staying focused, staying on task. We can find that the imaginative world is more real to us than what we have to do right now. So just be mindful about this. I would highly recommend keeping a idea journal or a tab open on your phone where you could just kind of like talk in or jot down these ideas, or run with the imagery that's coming forward for you. Even if you just keep it in your head, you're like, I don't want it to go anywhere in the real world right now. I just need to keep it in my mind as I run forward with it. So being aware of this energy during this time is really important. Slowing things down and understanding that we're breaking free from, I want to say a prison, like breaking free from what has, Spirit is showing me wings dipped in cement. So it's kind of like our angels have wanted us to open up our wings, like to open up our soul, open up our power, be able to fly forward. And we have felt like those wings were dipped in cement. We could never get to that place that our soul knew that we could be at. And now we're going to see ourselves being set free again. And that's going to be really, really beautiful. On the 21st of December, Venus is in Scorpio opposite Uranus in Taurus. Tempers run high. That's just going to be part of this time. So acknowledging this is going to be important. Center yourself before acting. Know where you stand. It's very much the Seven of Wands energy, that sense of I know what I'm fighting for, I know what it is that I want, but always Spirit shows me as the Seven of Wands as a clenched fist. And what that means to me is just do this for a few seconds. Clenching your fist hurts. It tires your muscles, it tires everything. And so here, if our spirit is clenched, if we're always on the defensive, if we're always ready for an attack, we're not fully stepping into the beauty and the harmony of our existence and what we want. So letting our energy relax, letting ourselves move forward, letting ourselves say, you know what, this is what I want. And I don't have to fight with every person who disagrees with me, or I don't have to feel, like a bit of a battle, or, oh, they're the enemy type of thing. No, I'm going to move forward, standing up for what I believe in, standing up with what's right for me, and move forward in that energy of power and success. On the 22nd of December, the sun enters into Capricorn. And here we are ambitious, we are direct, we are goal oriented, and we really are focused. And that's going to be a really beautiful thing. With the moon with not the moon, with Mercury in retrograde, okay? Old goals and old ambitions can come to the surface. And we might be looking at things like with the Five of Cups, things that just haven't come true, and ways that we've seen things that aren't moving forward in the way that we want. We can be so stuck in the past and our dreams and our desires that we don't turn around and see what is here in our present. Because remember, when we are dreaming things, when we are discovering things, when we are little, when we make these great big plans, when we're like 15 years old, we have a limited vocabulary. We have a limited understanding. Spirit's knowledge is infinite. Our knowledge as human beings, limited. Limited. You look at some people who have achieved greatness, and if you ask them, would you ever be there? Like if you ever thought you could be there when you were 8 years old, they might say there was never something that was even in their vocabulary. They didn't even know a place of this prosperity or success could exist. So understanding that is going to be a really important thing during this time. Now, here, yeah. All right. So here, what we're going to find is that also on the, okay. So also Oh, I do apologize. I lost my place. Here, what we were talking about. Yeah. Okay, so this is the 22nd of December. I do apologize. I went to another 22nd of December and I was like, oh, so excited. So just give me one moment here to align. Yeah, so we're aligning with our goals that we have, not from the past, but from the present. And also on the 22nd of December, Spirit brought me right to this. It says the sun is in Capricorn, conjunct Mercury in Capricorn, and this is a great time to start things. So we have to be very mindful of not starting our old patterns and our old desires, the sense of like, oh, but it has to be just like this, just what I imagined when I was younger, because Spirit is saying here, when we start something new, astrologically speaking, our focus will last for 6 to 8 weeks. Like we'll be able to really see ourselves moving forward, taking the reins, going after what we want, going after what we desired in a very big way and in a very powerful way for us. So here, it's not letting everything kind of like run amok within us, but it's taking the reins and saying, this is what I want, this is what I need, and this is what I'm going after. These are my dreams. And we will find the core dreams that we had when we were little. There's a thread of them. There's like, that heart of them in the dreams that we still have today. On the 24th of December, we have Mars entering into Sagittarius. Now, here we have our big dreams coming forward. We have optimism, but we also can be prone to laziness and prone to excess, prone to being a bit selfish. And that's really with the Eight of Cups, not the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles reversed. It's not really that we're prone to, we can see it, that we're prone to laziness, that we're prone to being selfish. But this is a time where the weight that we have been carrying, the work that we have been doing, we need to slow it down. We need to look at ourselves. We need to look at what we want. And we need to say, okay, here, I need to focus on the bigger picture, not get caught up in all the details, and then not get caught up in the bigger picture and saying, oh, but it has to be like this. It has to be like that. I need to find this beautiful balance, because during this time, it can be very overwhelming. And then we can get to the energy of, that's it, I'm just giving up. I can't do this. And it's just not right. So being mindful of this is going to be very important. Also on the 24th of December, the sun is in Capricorn, sextile Saturn in Pisces. Now, focusing on what needs to be done is going to be really important to us. And we will be more disciplined with our time and focused on our plans. So again, we're taking the reins, we're embracing the energy of ourselves, we're embracing what we love, we're embracing what we desire, we're embracing what we want, and we're really looking at it and it's like, yeah, I can do this. Yeah, I can move forward this way. So that's going to be a big deal. On the 25th of December, this is beautiful energy if you celebrate Christmas. This is lovely energy for it. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, well, then this is still just lovely energy. Venus is in Scorpio, trine Neptune in Pisces. Helping others feels really good. We enjoy being with people and taking care of them. And it also helps us during this time to become closer to people, to embrace what we truly love, what's truly important to us. And that becomes almost spiritual to us. This becomes a spiritual connection. This becomes a spiritual purpose during this time. That connection of love, that connection of companionship, that connection of, what do I desire right here? And how can I spread forward kind of the good cheer within my life and for those who are so important to me. On the 27th of December, Mercury is in Sagittarius, squared Neptune in Pisces. Our mind is a little bit foggy, okay? So this can make us slow down. We're not working as well. We can feel things aren't as just or as fair because it's harder for us to focus. And we can really be unsure of the ground that we stand on. We can really sit there and think, am I moving forward the right way? Am I not moving forward the right way? I don't feel balanced. I don't feel centered. We can be questioning a lot of what we give our time to, what we've dedicated our life to. So just know that that's going to be not something that's enjoyable during this time, but it is going to be something that can easily happen. Okay. Also on the 27th of December, the sun in Capricorn is trine Jupiter in Taurus. We are more independent and we really need our own space, really moving forward in what we desire. Again, we're taking the reins. We're looking at things that have held us back before. And we're like, no, I'm not really here for that right now. Also, Mercury is in Sagittarius, conjunct Mars in Sagittarius. Mercury, yeah, conjunct Mars in Sagittarius. This is high energy time. This is like, okay, I can get a lot done. We want new ways to achieve our goals. We want new ways to, come forward in our energy and in what we desire. So we're opening up doors and we're looking at things more powerfully for us, more purposefully for us. It's like, okay, I can do this. Okay, this is important to me. That's going to be the energy that we have here during this time. Now, on the 28th of December, Mars is in Sagittarius, squared Neptune in Pisces. Now, focusing can be difficult. Once again, we can feel things are unjust, are unfair, we're unclear at the next step. Seeing things clearly is a bit of a challenge for us. We need to be kind to ourselves. There's almost a sense here of like, that's it, I'm done, I'm walking away. And Spirit's like, no, slow it down. Look at where things are out of balance. Look at what's out of balance within yourself. And then breathe and center, breathe and center. It's time to work on our intuitive connection, really saying to ourselves, okay, how is the universe speaking to me? We lead with our hearts, Cancer. That's a very common thing for Cancers to do. Lead with your heart, look at what you love. And that connection with love is going to be your connection with your intuitive self. So being aware of that is going to be very powerful. And maybe even rewording it from, okay, I need to be more intuitive to, okay, I need to say, do I love this? Like, how do I move forward in love? It's not being in love with everything every moment of the day, but it's saying, do I love this? Is this, powerful and purposeful to me? On the 29th of December, Venus enters into Sagittarius. This is a time for adventures with those that we love. Like, this is a time to really open up our hearts. We are gregarious, we are open-hearted, we are like, I got this, I can move forward in love in a way. Again, I have the reins with our chariot energy, I have the reins, I'm going after what I love. We may be more committed to people in our lives during this time, and we want people to be more committed to us, but we are also more committed to us during this time. The sense of, what do I love? What do I need? How am I moving forward for me? Now, on the 30th of December, Jupiter goes direct in Taurus. And this is a big deal because it can improve our finances. It can give us better resources. It can improve stability and security. And we can become more confident because of this. Now, we have ourselves coming out of the poverty type, like this poverty feeling, which nobody ever likes. Like, this is never something that people's like, oh yeah, I really want to experience this struggle. It is something that people can philosophically talk about if they've never had money struggles. Be like, oh yeah, that's really good for people. But when you're in it, it's hell. It's absolutely terrible. So here, with the Eight of Pentacles reversed, when we're coming out of Jupiter retrograde, we're going to find ourselves like moving forward with more focus, with more determination. But we can also have this drive of, I'm never going back here, ever, ever, ever again. And the fear can be something that moves us forward very powerfully, but it can also be that we know failure so well that success can be something that we almost think we're not worthy of. So be mindful of that during this time, because we're really going to become more focused, more determined, but this can take time to come into our lives. Now, it might take till the end of Mercury retrograde, which ends on the 1st of January, which you think, okay, the 30th to the 1st, like, that's no big deal at all. And that's true, absolutely true. But it can also take us to the end of the post shadow period, which is 3 weeks after. Okay, 3 weeks after the 1st of January. So just be mindful about this, that we might not really see ourselves stepping into our power, stepping into our determination and our focus. Things can be a little bit, again, unbalanced. Here with Justice reversed, can be unbalanced until the end of that post shadow period. So being mindful of that, saying, okay, I see it, but I know that I'm moving forward in success and in prosperity of myself. I can see the fear, I can see the pain, I can see the chaos that's around me. I will not let myself be eaten by it. That's going to be a very powerful thing. All right. So our subconscious message here is magical. Now, magical reverse means that we need to start seeing the magic in things. We need to start seeing the beauty in things. Having our breath like taken by a sunset or a sunrise, having ourselves really embracing our magic, because we've lost sight of that somewhere along the way. And it's so important to us. It's so important to feeding our hearts. It brings us then to our subconscious chakra message, which is psychic development. This is the third eye chakra. We are entering into more of a sixth sense way of being. The opening up of our third eye, the psychic, abilities that are coming our way, our empathic abilities, our, even if we are highly sensitive people, like those abilities are heightening, which can make it feel almost unbearable at times. We could be like, no, 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 I don't want this. Like, it's not nobody honors the gifts of the psychic, but in our world, it's like if you tell somebody you're psychic or you're a tarot card reader or you're this or you're that, people might be respectful, but they might also laugh at you, right? It's not like saying I'm an investment banker and everybody's like, oh yeah, that's a thing. Like, that's super respectful. So here it's looking at things and it's saying, how do I open myself to this energy when the payoff to it might not be something easy to see. So here during this time, it's like opening yourself up to this intuitive power that's connecting you, that's guiding you forward, and not discarding it because it doesn't seem like it has a place in our world, or it seems like it just makes life harder. No, if we accept it fully and we say, well, this is part of me, we can see the doors opening in ways that we hadn't imagined. And we can see ourselves connecting with our higher being, with our angels and our spirit guides in a way that just surprises us, that just like opens up the door and we're like, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that and I didn't see that in me before. Connecting with our psychic self is almost like coming home, and yet we're going to fight it just a little bit. So just be aware of this. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of, the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Subconsciously, we might not have the best relationship with an earth sign energy. If it's a Capricorn, that's our sister sign. So they can bring out the best or the worst in us. But also, this is saying here, be mindful of the seeds that you're planting. And why are you planting them? What are you harvesting within yourself? What are you growing? What are you looking towards? What do you want right now? There can also be certain things where we need to kind of take the money element out of it, which sounds like such a luxury to say. But if we let ourselves be able to play, we let ourselves be able to embrace joy and not saying, well, this has to bring in a profit. Like I can only do this if it, propels me forward in this way or that. But letting ourselves have period of joy and play and connection, that's going to be a really powerful thing. It's going to elevate us. It is. Our subconscious tarot message is strength. This is Leo energy. So if we're born on the cusp with Leo, this is coming through very powerfully. Or if we have Leo in our chart or Leos in our lives, they can be affecting us on a subconscious level very powerfully. This is strength. This is determination. This is focus. But this is also realizing that, the bodybuilding strength, yeah, that's great. That's great strength. But the strength that the tarot talks about is the strength of love. It's not the like what our world honors as strength is that physical, I'm able to see it, you have more power than me type of thing. I can kind of domineer over. Here, it's that loving, kind, compassionate strength that says, I'll take care of you, right? I love you. I'm connecting with you. And that is the strength that, if you've lived in this world for any period of time and you've had a heartbreak or a pain or a disappointment, it's like that is the strength that is so hard to come back to. It's easier. And we see it all the time where people have walled off their hearts, where people have have built up walls. And here it's saying, I know I can be hurt, but I love. And I bring that love forward. And that is the most amazing strength that we could ever have. It's not being stupid. It's not being overly naive. It's not, sitting there and hoping for the best all the time. It's saying, yeah, I know this world is rough and I come to it with love. All right. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And note that this meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Cancer. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. And happy holidays. Bye.